Okay, so you might be wondering why I do all these videos lying on my pillow, and you're probably thinking, okay, she's she's laid up, and so she has to do her videos lying down. But actually, that's not true. I just, I just like to relax, and lay back, and it helps me think better. So anyway, in this, I wanted to address the whole thing about Black Lives Matter and the cop situation, everything, and that you come to a point. I mean, you live long enough and you learn the most devastating and horrible truths. And it's just that it's dawned on me now that what they're talking about is really a huge concern, and it is a real concern, and there's so much corruption that just builds and builds and builds, and especially in the Black community. I think particularly in the inner city, because there are bad cops everywhere. I don't think that our cops are just through and through corrupt. Just there are bad apples, but I think that a lot of them you will find in the inner city, and I'm thinking maybe a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's just hard to find people who are willing to work in the inner city. But who would be willing? But Satan's messengers. Paul talked about messenger from Satan. I think he was talking about a person or people, and I think that's one of the few places where he talked about Satan being in the flesh. And I'm more aware now of Satan in the flesh everywhere, and they infiltrate every facet of life: pastors, teachers, doctors, nurses, police. And I think that a lot of those people, they're because their passion for serving the devil is greater than anybody's passion for serving God. So and I really do think I think there's an assignment against blacks in general, even though of course there are bad blacks, or within their own, they have those who are enemies of themselves. But I think there's an assignment in general, just like against the Jews, that black people represent something that is an affront to the satanic agenda. And so, in the black community, you're going to have cops who are agents, messengers of Satan. And it's just a basic reality. And, my heart just goes out to black people of faith who, they're trying to live the right life, do what's right, and they're just constantly shot down. And so I just realized that this really is a serious concern, and that it is not just a lot of, talk. So